Hello, freaks. Nobody gets on here the first 30 seconds anyway. Yes, we're up and down. Look at the trees. Look at the trucks. Look at the...
look at the not going anywhere.
Yeah, look at the traffic jams. Let's see. I will get off of this one and go horizontal when we get to the org, but we're on our way to the org. Hi, Cricket. The long way. So we're now 20 miles south of where we live?
Yeah, I guess so.
17. No, that's where the next place turns. So, hi, Fuzz. So, yeah, the thumbnail is the guy who stole the espresso machine coming out of the back.
Of Target.
Of Target. That I caught a picture of him, and I caught the getaway car and had to go to went to Target to see if they wanted it, and said yeah, and I was saying just trying to get them out of the neighborhood, and they're like, I don't think you should do that. Yeah, you don't want them to know who you are. Worry about retaliation. And I went, I grew up in Oakland, and they went, oh, never mind. So yeah, we were waiting until we hit a not talking point. So we had hit a non-talking point, and I decided to go live. So this one's going vertical until we get to the org, and
which will be
then
an hour and a half.
I'll go horizontal, and then I may go to Altifa and go to the Ukraine embassy to hang out. Hey, hi. Usually you can't switch from portrait mode while streaming. Yeah, no. I'm literally gonna cut one off and start a new one. So, cause yeah, I've tried.
And you're doing the violin thing.
And I'm doing he calls it the violin thing. Learned at a very young age. I was 8 when I started playing the violin. I stopped playing the violin when I was 15. So I can hold my hand up for a stupidly long time still. It's a muscle I never stopped using. And see, I've got to show this because this is what Papa Cat lives for. Usually I'm driving.
You know, cop stuff.
Yeah, he's the one I yell at to move on the freeway because it's like, it's not that freaking important. It's a cop car. So, Carrie Ann says hi.
Hello, everyone. Sorry I can't send chat messages because I'm driving.
Yeah, he's driving. That's why I was like, you know, if you guys don't want to come this early, I completely understand. But now it's 2, so instead of 1. And the drugs are working. So I recommend Kratom to everybody who's got PTSD issues. And unfortunately, I saw all the crap about Ukraine happen before my Kratom. So I took it, told the mods, when it starts working, I'll get on.
I guess it's working.
I should be making J-Bat Fudge. Ah! Hi, David Salai. Woo, hello.
Did you say fudge?
Yes, I said fudge.
I know, but not for us.
But not for us.
All right. We have to go to Oregon to get fudge.
Oh, and the BFF and I are talking. She was like, she had cut out when he was yelling at Zelensky in the Oval Office, and then I'm the one who had to tell her, oh, you didn't get Zelensky being kicked out. Are we in a car or a hovercraft? I'm rooting for hovercraft.
Is my driving that good?
Hoovercraft? Are you reading the chat while driving? No, I'm actually the passenger. Neener.
Don't tell me. I'll start texting her.
No, you won't.
Checking.
It's like everybody knows better. The mods know that if I don't answer immediately, coming or going, that I'm on in the car because I don't have a reader. The old car doesn't have one that'll do it out loud. This one does, but so at least I know what's going on. But no, I've seen way too many people drive really stupidly and they have a phone in their hand. So yeah, so YouTube user, that's an interesting moniker. So yeah, no, I follow the
Boring.
The Zelensky meeting was a net positive. Really? Considering I'm thinking about going to the Ukrainian embassy to hang out and show support. And I checked just to make sure we had one in San Francisco because I don't know how important San Francisco is anymore. Sure, there's one in LA. But yeah, it's 4 blocks away from the org. So get to the org, go horizontal, do that, and maybe walk to the embassy, do some of the embassy on Old Tifa. That's why I have my Birkenstocks on. You think it was a net positive accelerationism again? Ah, yes, Carrie Ann. I like that one. So, changing hands for the moment. He made me aware of my violin paw, so now I'm like, I gotta forget that I'm doing it again. So, yes, I know. We're looking... See, that's a creek. And it had water because it's green.
Tell them where we are now.
We are in Fremont.
Newark or Fremont?
We're in Fremont that goes to Newark. Where's Dusty when I don't need him?
Yeah, hey Dusty, we just drove past your house.
Yeah. It's like, the way it goes is that Fremont's on one side of the freeway, Newark's on the other side. Let's see. I think what happened in the Oval Office will live in infamy. I wish it wouldn't. I know it will, but I wish it wouldn't because I'm tired of that orange balloon in my world. And yes, somebody said they'll be teaching the kids what happened today. So, thanks, Fuzz, for Old Tifa. They were never going to give Ukraine security guarantees. I know, but have you said thank you today? Anyway, that's for Old Tifa. Watching Eyeliner Boy, and he does wear eyeliner. I've seen him without it. I don't understand why he thinks nobody notices. Maybe it's mascara? Because, you know, if you do mascara enough, it will make you look like you have eyeliner on your lower lids. So, you know, Fuzz's favorite subjects. Makeup, hair, purses, and yes, we know the car is dirty.
Coats. Don't forget coats.
Coats. Accelerationism sucks. Yep. Really expensive rotten eggs. Yep. Weirdly enough, our eggs haven't gone up, but we live in the, was it second highest place in the country to live?
Gone up, but not as much as...
I was going to say, I think our eggs are probably overpriced to begin with, so they're just waiting till they catch up. So they are $7, but they've been $7 for a little while.
Now they're $9.50.
Now they're $9.50?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then they have gone up finally. Because I was also thinking that they could use the chickens that are not getting used down in, where is Chicken County? There's a place, I can't mean Central Valley. That's what we figure. All the stuff that they can't like sell somewhere, they'll start bringing them over to here. I remember the days when I had strawberries during strawberry season only. Maybe it's tattooed on. Oh my God, yes. Coats are definitely my favorite. Yes, Fuzz. Any pushback is useful. They wanted Zelensky to be subservient and go home empty-handed. He didn't give them the subservience. I actually wouldn't expect that from a Ukrainian. They've been through way too freaking much. I wouldn't expect any Ukrainian president to go, okay, I'm sorry. I fully expected that Zelensky to give him the finger at one point because he's just looking at him like he's, the hell is wrong with you, dude? Anyway, Old Tifa.
Brain fog is unicorns, rainbows, and shoes.
And shoes. It's weird they expected that from him. Have they met him? Well, like he said, have you been to Ukraine? And Eyeliner Boy goes, I've seen posts. It's like, you're an idiot. He didn't give him subservience. I wish he had showed less restraint. I know. But he was doing the good old Ukrainian restraint, which is trying to say something, but they wouldn't let him. But at least not yelling at them. I know this from the ex-boyfriend. Sit there and look at me while I'm yelling. Like, are you done yet? And when he went off, not on me, on something else, I was just like, holy crap, you guys can get angry. So, we were talking about how California should secede with Washington and Oregon and give them to Canada because, you know, we're very megas in Canada. And I wanted to say, why do you think Trudeau's been in office so long? They would have him out a long time ago. So, you know, I want to go to Canada now. I just can't, even with the clothing critique, seriously. I know, I saw that. You're dressed up. What the foo did that mean?
Did you ask Elon if he was wearing a suit? No.
I know. They're in a Russian disinformation bubble. Yeah. Hello Kitty said that? Zelensky can't be rude. Actually, it lives off of his citizens at stake for him, but I get we would have liked him less restrained. No, well, they're probably not getting anything now, unless departments go behind his back, which it's the government. It's well known to be doing. They'll say that it was already set to go, and they'll send it. Old Tifa, stop it!
Yeah, good luck.
So, yes, that's one of our local buses that are going downhill. This is actually good traffic for a Friday. So when I went to Target, the lot was half filled. So people are doing restraint. There's been banners from overpasses that said great retail boycott or something. Look at the birds. Look at the birds. Look at the birds hanging out. Yep. Yes, we do like you here, YouTube user. You're getting involved and you're not talking smack. Big Giant Head will like that. That's what we call Adam. No, I didn't buy anything today, but you know what? You're supposed to also, you're supposed to boycott the big guys. So, like small business people, you should be going to. Which, if I hadn't had breakfast in a Wegovy, we could have went to a bodega down in San Jose and gotten a really good burrito. So I see the lot is half empty. That Target is never empty. It never is, because it's got a huge parking lot. And even the one right outside the door, you know, where everybody parks, it was half empty. I was loving it. So, because nobody's talking about it. I'm not getting it on YouTube, which is really weird. So, because, you know, I watch that all the time now. Like I said, why am I paying for Hulu? And I have to cancel Netflix. The only reason I was on there was for The Crown, and I didn't even watch the last season. So yeah, and they're building more things here in Fremont. Actually, that side is still Newark, I think. So these were old warehouses. They seem to be doing that around here. Old warehouses, more gas stations are closing, which is very interesting because they do, you know, we're supposed to be into big oil or something, but I've easily seen 6 gas stations gone down in the last year that I've been doing this. So I had to hunt for cigarettes and food with cash to observe boycott, but I did it. Old Tifa, LOL. Like I said, you can go to the corner store. It's not a major place. So, because I guess we didn't want to not go there, but also it'll make more people go there. Just have to remind people that 7-Eleven is not a small business. And that's the fun of having a lot of immigrants here, because we have a lot of corner stores in San Francisco and San Jose and Oakland. And so, oh, Dusty is here. Did you have like Newark as a hashtag or something?
Did we just Beetlejuice his hometown?
We did. So that's still Newark. Yes, we're past the mall. So, Fuzzy Zelensky is Jerry Mitchell. I hate you, Adam. My computer's in the back because I did bring the new one. So, oh yes, and we figured yesterday on Old Tifa that my brand new computer is a POS. No, I'm having the network guy come on Sunday. I'm making him corned beef and cabbage. So that's my brother. He set up our network. Because I was, you know, we had really bad connection when I was doing it. Where are we? We are in Fremont's on this side and Newark is on this side.
Tell new people again why we're going this way.
We are going this way so we don't do a toll coming across the bridge from Alameda, because we're not giving money to any big business today. So we're taking the long way. We have gas, we have everything. The only bummer is that going the long way down to San Jose and back, there are so many things we could be eating. There's a donuts. What is it? Krispy Kreme. There is.
But they're not a small business.
Actually, the noodles would be a small business.
You can get noodles at Krispy Kreme?
No, you can get noodles at the mall. See, where we lived for the past 20 years, South San Francisco had the highest concentration of Filipino people in the country. So it was really weird coming here and not being able to get like noodles at a drop of a hat. Oh, we're talking our brains out right now. Let's see. Hi, Lupita. Let's see. Hi, Aiden. Hey, Cricket, I saw your new video. Wonderful. Yeah, I got distracted. Hi, Bob. Let's see, what does Dusty say? Stop at the Tesla plant. Hell no. I'll show you guys because we're getting close to it, but that's it. Hubby suggested you check your pipe speed and had me check my pipe speed. Mine was lower than it should be, but still fast enough. No, we had it running on the computer ever since we did the break. So that's why it's like, nah, I got to get Network Boy off at here because we also maybe pointed to the wrong access point. So I loaded my toll tag. Does it count? Yes, you can't cross, and that's big business. That's why we're doing this. Do you like soccer? Nope, not a big soccer fan. Baseball. Let's see. Nope, not yet. So, and there's one of the really fun malls that I can't go to that has everything. Nordy Rack, Old Navy, Sephora. Old Navy's folding. They're closing. So that's interesting considering the Gap was started here. Levi's was started here. So, bye, Bob. Thank you so much for... It means a lot to know that you're enjoying them. I have funk on top for tomorrow. Ooh, okay. Maybe we'll listen on the way home.
Funk?
Yeah, I was talking about Parliament yesterday because I was going to watch the rest of Natalie's and I turned on the car and it had Parliament on my Spotify and that was it. So I'm going to live in 1 hour. We need to keep Cheryl from dropping out. Oh God, yes. Not again. Ah, Aiden, you're from the UK. Welcome. The toll tags built the pyramids, I think. You would say that, wouldn't you?
Different pyramid.
So, yes, we need to get Cheryl not to quit. I should try to get her to do a Zoom so we can, like, yak at each other. Yeah. So, let's see. Where are we now?
We are Mission Boulevard, so that's Milpitas, or we...
Oh, there it is.
Oh, Tesla. Wow.
Bad view, but it says Tesla. That's the old Numi plant, which was an old Ford plant. So, yeah. That's why we had so many Cybertrucks around. Carrie Ann and I were talking about, I had more. No, I had more. No, the week it came out, he sent a bunch of Cybertrucks. Probably ones that belonged to people that weren't shipped yet. So, in Fremont and Newark, you could see a million of them. Oh my God, they were annoying. She's on the ledge. Okay. No, tell her we're all supporting her. She's gotta be one of the old people like us. No, I don't want her lurking. Tell her they're all cowards. They won't do anything. Scientology has a band called Parliament Funkadelic. What? Flunkadelic. Okay. I was gonna say what? I don't blame her, just Dusty. I'll message her. Are people getting flack again? Jesus. I have so many, like, security things. I have you guys. I have not taken Reddit seriously in 10 years. It's like, I am not, that and I'm in San Francisco. I'm in gay world, you know. Probably people don't want to watch me. So, it's like, I am so insulated from all of this. There is Goatstown on your far right. Goatstown? Do we have goats here and I missed it? This is also where Terminator? Or is it Terminator 2?
Oh, where T2 was filmed?
Yeah.
The office sequence?
Yeah, they actually
somewhere down here, yeah.
Destroyed the offices because they were built wrong. So that's why they were in the movie. Yes, go subscribe to Feral Cheryl, please, people. So what is Goatstown, Dusty? And yes, we are awash in...
tech plants.
No. Graffiti.
Oh.
Yeah, they try to keep up with it, and it's like impossible. There are in Oakland, downtown, on the freeway. They're just, you can see them off the near the port because there's so many like cement walls and stuff. So that's the bummer. Let's see, where are we now? See, that's also why I wanted to do this, because a lot of stuff is new since I've like done this drive where I wasn't driving. Me and the BFF have done this because she lives in Fremont, but I'm not paying attention because I'm driving. So I'm very focused. So, oh, everybody's gotten quiet. Taking your laundry out? What? So, yeah, and it's green in the hills, which is really weird for here. Missing spelled goat. Try using the keyboard, the typewriter thingy instead of, doing autocorrect.
Oh, is Dusty in autocorrect hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dusty seems to be caught in autocorrect hell, we call it. And see, that's a really cool thing. See those? Those are solar panels on top of parking lots. Everybody's doing it now. Maybe that's what we're going to be forced into hybrid vehicles by all the gas stations disappearing. So yeah, there are lots of solar panels on parking lots. See, and we can't take the toll freeway either, which is what I do when I get stuck in traffic. I get forgiven to it when I go to Fremont because the commute sucks and it keeps me from visiting the BFF. So where are you going now?
I'm going to Mountain View.
Oh, you're right. I forgot. We're not going down to San Jose. We're going to Mountain View. I forgot this. There is one road that will go across without a toll, and that's 237. And I should remember that because the park, Great America, was there, and that's where everybody went to. So you quit, Dusty. Just tap it out. Don't use. I had to learn. Once they know the word, you have to pick the word out. It took me a couple of years to get it right, and then when I changed keyboards, I was totally pissed off because I had to teach them again. So, but yeah, you'll know when I'm not paying attention. The shoreline. But do we pass it on 237? I don't think so, because it's in the back of an office park.
What, the amphitheater?
Yeah. No, we don't.
Well, we'll get reasonably close to it.
Yeah, no, you can't see it. I know that.
We'll go by Moffett and maybe Google headquarters.
Wow, there must be a lot of Indian people here. There are a lot of Indian restaurants in that mall. Ooh. There are a lot more Indian people on this side of the bay. So, Papa Cat's boss is. So that's actually a good thing. We haven't gone on the hunt yet for a good Indian place. Even though now the best like Asian place that isn't my usual in Alameda is right next door to Scientology. My hubby sends the most autocorrects.
Who's that?
Lapita.
Oh, okay.
Everything takes a toll these days. Oh, Adam. See, and unfortunately we also have homeless areas. Ever since they discovered people selling their Winnebagos for hella cheap. So this is what bugs the hell out of me, because it's like you can't designate an area, unfortunately. Oakland's tried 3 times to have encampments. And the one thing that kills the encampment is somebody starts setting fire to things. So it's really depressing sometimes. So, yeah, no, I used to send a lot of autocorrects. I think the BFF was yelling at me about it. And I'm like, but I do this slide. I don't do this tap thumb
like,
thing.
What did you just say? Your banana is in the tailpipe?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Want for a fizzle? What the hell does that mean? And I laugh because she's also known me for 30 years and she can do an autocorrect in her head of my autocorrect. So when it started getting better, she was very happy. Autocorrect is bad if it makes my friends wonder if I'm having a stroke. Oh my God, you're right. I think it said something really long, and the BFF was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Why?" Yeah, why? She's like, "Read."
What is covfefe? That makes no sense.
Exactly. I forget.
Oh, we have a Johnson & Johnson thing here. We have a lot of laboratories here because we had NASA. And
well, that's Silicon Valley, sort of, isn't it? Kind of.
I think this is probably called something different because there seems to be a lot of labs here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably some kind of scientific area. This is all new to me, so.
Well, is this Mountain View or on the way to Mountain View?
This is on the way to Mountain View.
Yeah.
I think this is still Milpitas. If it's Gay Town, maybe we should call it the Dinah Shoreline. Oh my God.
Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang.
Oh my God. That was so much fun watching all of that in the 70s. Especially where I lived, because oh my God. You want to see the queens go nuts. Say her name, they go crazy. The orange girl. Made me think of the orange girl, not Dinah Shore. Who was the orange chick?
What orange chick?
She did the thing for Minute Maid. The one who was
Anita Bryant?
Anita Bryant. Same generation. That's what I was thinking of. Anita Bryant. You wanted to set a bunch of queens off. You say Anita Bryant and then you duck. And the only reason I used to get away with it is because I was a kid. Dinah Shore would not like that. So, yeah. So, see, yeah, all of these, I think, are labs. So, oh, no, that's a loft. That's one of those residence hotels. But let's see, what else? I don't keep up with the names.
Right there.
Yep, that's, they moved their main offices here. And was that Great America in the background?
Is it gone or is it still there?
They're tearing it down, I thought. Because, oh no, that's where the 49ers play. Oh, so that's where it is.
No, we're not in Santa Clara. That's too far away.
Then why is there a big old stadium there? Oh, it's covered, isn't it? There's a big old stadium there, and I don't know why. I don't know of any university that's down here. The only one I know that's down here is UC Santa Cruz, and that's over the hills. So, you can see shoreline from here. Let's do a little, see? That shoreline. Oh, no, it's not. That's the racetrack. There's like a racetrack down here that nobody ever talks about because I don't think anybody's into racing around here anymore. So, because we have Sears Point up north and I never hear anything about it.
So we're pretty much at the halfway point. We've gone south, we've gone east, and now we're going north.
Yes. Adam said Fuzzy, she will never, she never knew how much the ladies loved her. Dinah Shore, oh yeah. She was awesome. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee and now I've got phlegm in my throat.
Hey, you're Flemish? Are you from Belgium?
Shut up. I mean, no, of course.
What was that?
Oh, that was an offline me. Shut up. Then you see hotels here, but they're pretty ugly because they're just for the visiting scientists or visiting tech guys. So it's like very flat. It's got its name. That's an extended, say, America. You know, the fancy one is the Four Seasons. That's technically in East Palo Alto. The Palo Alto is separated by a creek, I think it is. And so EPA, which was notoriously hood, was still on one side of the freeway and went through the freeway. And the Four Seasons built a hotel there.
We're coming up to a bunch of Google buildings.
And Google Cloud. And then they tried to get it to be called Palo Alto, and they couldn't. It's still the Four Seasons of EPA. So that's Google buildings, Google buildings. These are relatively new. I know by the construction. Those windows that make you look like there are no windows, or, you know, solid from one or the other. You're in Santa Clara, that's Levi's Stratum. You mean stadium.
I think this is the whole Google campus right here.
This is the whole Google campus right here. They're not leaving. If we were driving across Hayward Bridge, you'd see the whole Meta campus that's going to be abandoned, which was made for the Brotex back in 6 years ago. So the thing is probably gonna have to be torn down because it's crap like zip lines in it. So yeah, they spent all this money and all these permits to build a campus on both sides of the freeway And he's supposedly moving to Texas. So 1 week from now, meet me at the SF org. Yes, I know. We have to get together and figure out when we're going to go to Alcatraz. It's just so funny, Alcatraz. Ah, and if you look there, there's the hangar. That is a very famous hangar, and they're rebuilding it? I didn't know they had the money to rebuild it. I thought that one caught on fire. That's a Zeppelin hangar at Moffett Field. Let's see. Okay. See that? And I thought it burned down. I thought all that was left was an exoskeleton of it. And I knew they were trying to rebuild it, but I hadn't heard anything, so maybe they did rebuild it. So, because I haven't been down here in ages. And there's another hangar. Yeah, they had to rebuild it. The other hangar looks, period. And they're, see, NASA's saying, we're here, F you. It's Ames Research, and next to Ames Research is Onozuka Base, which in the old days was CIA, and Dad worked there for a little while. Which I can't say anything to him. He gives me that eye. Like I said, at least he gave me agencies the last time we talked about it. So, supposedly there's a Carnegie Mellon University here, just sitting on the freeway. Wow. It's probably in some park. Yeah, the only ones that really stick out here, or the only one that sticks out here, is Stanford. And we can't go down to Stanford because...
you can't see it from the freeway. It's way in the other side of town.
We could see it from the road, but then we'd be passing by cupcakes. And even with the Wegovy, I know I'd lick a cupcake off. I like frosting. I care less about the cake.
So we're perfect for each other. You eat the frosting, I eat the cake.
Mm-hmm. There's Shoreline Boulevard, Dusty. We'll talk, Dusty. Dusty said Alcatraz is out cost.
Is what?
Cost. Maybe
Cost.
I'll give him a tourist trip.
Okay.
So, the Alcatraz org. Oh my God. I hope they let me stream from there. Usually I can get people to do things with the,
There's got to be a cell tower on the island.
Well, no, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the, because they do threaten to reopen it, even though the thing is falling apart. They have threatened to reopen it. Who was it for this time? I can't remember. Somebody major gets arrested. They think they're going to leave. They talk about opening Alcatraz again, and they mean it. They're not joking around. I got my paperback with lots of comments, but no required further revisions. Only if I want to make further revisions, the paper part of the class is done. Yes.
That's good. Yay, Carrie Ann.
Yes.
Go, 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 go.
Yes. Awesome. You should go on tonight and sit there and, as we say when everybody's really satisfied like a cat, go lick yourself, lick your paws, and tell them how wonderful you are.
Soda will show you how to do it.
Yeah, Soda will show you how to do it. Did he lick the lipstick off your paw, or did you take it off? She had bright red lipstick on his paw.
Yes, I saw.
Oh, you saw it? Okay.
Yep.
I can't remember because he falls asleep. Warhol went to Carnegie. Interesting. That would make sense. Carnegie Mellon's Research Center, where research was second to none. So maybe that's what it is. It could be a research extension here, because the whole NASA thing, and who else? Oh God, there's somebody else that was here that did science. I can't remember. So, and there are definitely a ton of buildings that have probably been built in the last 10 years. You can tell by the glass.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, he cleaned the lipstick off. Okay.
Hope it was pet safe.
If we can eat it, they can eat it at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Adam, honey, do tell us more. The big giant head is getting to be provoked to do more big giant headness. Yeah, and we got a while, so you might as well start talking. Rancho Luda, hello. How are you? And yes, we do still live in Tesla land. But weirdly enough, I don't see as many as there used to be. Supposedly people are leaving their Teslas at home now.
There's one there.
No, there are a couple,
Yeah.
but usually you see a lot more. So, yeah, everybody's driving their wife's car now. Because I know no woman wants a Tesla. He's been a jerk forever. So San Francisco is 34 miles away. So, are we still driving? I need a drink. Yes, Sean. So, I'm driving. We'll talk some good. Everybody's saying hi to Rancho Luna. No drinks while we're driving.
I can have my green tea Arnold Palmer.
Yes, he can have his green tea Arnold Palmer. I'm still drinking my coffee. Because weirdly enough, I'm starting to dislike coffee, but I've got a year's worth of beans. Yeah.
Say it isn't so.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. That's the Wegovy. I know it is because I've been a coffee freak forever. Even in the 90s, I did a fasting and got off of coffee. And it took me 4 months to get over the headache that I had from drinking it all the time. No faces, understood. We'll call AAA or AA based on need.
What's the difference between AA and AAA? Just one letter.
Well, if we're lucky, we'll get somebody texting on the road going side to side. That's why I don't do it. I see these people. WWI watching while intoxicated. Nobody says Adam, both please. So yeah, that and you'll see all of the fancy cars, the BMW, the $200,000 BMWs and stuff. Not the McLarens because they don't take them out during the day on a weekday. Tonight we could probably see them, but the McLaren I saw, where was it? I think it was in the city. I couldn't believe I finally saw a McLaren in real life. This stream intoxicates me. I don't need any substances. Yes, Fuzz.
I'm drunk on brain fog.
I'm drunk on brain. Hey, there's Intuit's building. I thought they were gone. So Intuit.
People still need TurboTax. That's not going away.
No, I thought they left here.
Oh.
Because usually when they run out of money, they go reinvent themselves in a different state. So, but we are moving for a Friday, definitely. So it is making a big difference.
We just left one traffic jam and on our way to the next traffic jam.
Yeah, it was really weird at Target when I was talking to the, what do they call it, TI? Something like that?
The AP.
AP.
Isn't that like...
it's probably some, anti-shoplifting thing. There was nobody...
Asset protection.
Asset protection.
Yeah.
There was nobody in the returns, and there's never nobody in the returns. So it was very interesting. Only in Silicon Valley, on the overwalks over the freeway, would there be a sitting area with two people sitting down and talking? Yes, I just saw it.
That would be us.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd even bother to go that far.
Yeah, okay.
When you really want a cigarette, and you'll get fired if you do. Was it, what makes you sound like a cheap date? What? I bet you, RKA, we are relieved too. So, Fuzz put on Cricket Cinemas. Sean says I sound like a cheap date. Well, if the glass fits, dear. Adam said, congratulations, Carrie Ann. Everybody's saying congratulations. Fuzz says, what an accomplishment. Fuzz posted Carrie Ann's link. Thank you. My roommate is AP for Walmart. I get all the funny thief stories. Well, I got pictures of one when we were leaving the house. He absconded with a
espresso machine.
Espresso machine. The bottom half of him is like my thumbnail. And so I got pictures of him in the getaway car, but I didn't get the license. So we went across the street to Target because, we're all in that new area there. and gave him the info. And then we came online and didn't start talking until we stopped talking to each other. So, or didn't yet. They should write a book. I meant you to fuzz. I mean, actually get a master's degree. You're all, yes, you will. I know I'm going on, but so relieved. Nope, you're not going on. You're more than welcome to do that. But duh, woman, jeez. He must have really needed some coffee. What a strange thing to steal. I know, that's what I thought too. It was like, where are you going to go fence that? They broke up a whole big fencing operation in East Oakland about a year ago, maybe. And all the thieves all stopped for a while because they love coming out of the back door of Target. And then it started up again. And it was like, so your fence wants a fancy espresso machine, because it was one of those silver ones with the 2 spigots and everything. And I'm thinking, that's really weird to steal. So, you know, hey. East Palo Alto, you can tell by the graffiti. Let's see.
It's one of our Ikeas.
And yeah, that's one of our Ikeas that we go to, and that is the Four Seasons East Palo Alto.
Which everyone just laughs when they hear that.
Yes. It's like the natives have no problem going EPA. I think the Renaissance Hotel says at Stanford or something, or the industry says at the hotel at Stanford or something. You know, while all the natives are going EPA, EPA. Because East Palo Alto is sort of in the line of Oakland. Back in the day, it's been gentrified. Now those houses go for $1 million. So I don't know where those people move to, because that's usually happens when you gentrify. You kick all the people out. So somebody was talking about Elon last night, and I went, you know, how he's destroying Tesla, and I was like, and he destroyed a gentrified area of San Francisco that has high-rise condos that were selling for $1 million that probably aren't selling at all anymore. That area was revamped from porn theaters, so it was a serious revamp, and I haven't been there since the whole X thing. So, but everybody says it's not safe there anymore, and even Whole Paycheck left. So, because it was in the same building.
Explain what a Whole Paycheck is.
Whole Paycheck is Whole Foods. It's a grocery store that caters to fancy people. It used to be called Co-op, and that was like where the hippies went. So you went there to get things like oils and, pita bread before it was fancy, you know, all that stuff. And then Whole Foods bought it, and everything went up by like 300%. Paycheck. So, yes, I agree with you. It is a weird thing to steal. I didn't see it. I was just taking pictures, and when I was telling the people at Target, I zoomed in and went, why did he take an espresso machine? There were so many things in the back of that Target they could have taken. So, I don't know. Maybe it was a present for a cousin or something. So, yep, you can still see we're near Thug Central. And that's the one thing I'm trying to explain to the people in the commune, that thugs actually don't want to kill you and don't want to hit you. And, you know, thugs are really people, believe it or not, because they're all like, they'll shoot us if we say anything. And I'm like, well, then learn how to say it without being watched. So I'll tell them later, and I'll probably get in trouble for doing it from them. But they don't like me anyway, so... Speaking of AP, my roommate just called, then had to hang up for a live theft. Weird timing. Yeah, I know. See, it'll happen all day today now.
Tesla.
Oh, yeah. This is where the fancy cars are, in weird areas in Silicon Valley. Because it's like they just stick them into a building that gets vacated. So that's why the huge Porsche dealership over there is in a regular warehouse. So... the BFF has sent me something. I don't know what she did, because she texts, or she sends me things on
on Messenger, but I can't. I don't know if I look it up, it'll go off. Let's see. Chats get you on the alibi. Not me. I work for a company that sold wooden bristle hairbrushes. But yeah, like I said I keep an eye out, and they were like, no, you shouldn't do that. That's not good. You know, you should stay out of the fray. I'm like, I grew up in Oakland. They all went, oh, never mind. It's funny how they immediately got off the bougie old lady to, oh, you grew up in Oakland. So, yeah, I was trying to tell the commune, you know, open a window and have a can horn. Use that. All you have to do is just annoy the little monsters so they won't park here. And I don't want to do that. I'll attract attention. I'm like, you know, if you back up from the window, nobody can see you. It's just going to bounce down the alleyways and nobody's going to freaking know. But that's okay. I think that's why they hate me. Because I tell them how to fix things. And yes, they are a bunch of bougies in condos. So, let's see. The boring part of town. This is Redwood City.
No.
Yes, it is. Because I used to work over there.
Okay. That was Menlo Park.
No, it's Redwood City. Yes. I had to, you know, type that address out.
Yes.
And I worked on the other side of that walkway.
Yep.
That's when me and Papa Cat used to hang out and have lunch, but we weren't dating.
Right.
Even though we were boffing like rabbits.
At the where did
We'd go to Max's.
Max's.
It was a deli restaurant sort of place. And he always bought me lunch. But we'd meet there because he worked here too. But we weren't dating.
Right.
Yeah. We were around each other almost 24 hours a day, and I was spending the night there, but we weren't dating. But I'm not the only girl. I am the only girl who figured it out. There are two other women who didn't know they didn't date him. And one of them is a best friend's sister, and we're never going to tell her. Because he even gave her his leather jacket. And he was like, yeah, what does that mean? I'm like, dude!
You don't do that unless you're serious.
Yes. So, yes, I tease the other. Well, no, I don't see the other one actually, because I think she was just trying to be a gold digger. So she hasn't come to clubs since they stopped dating. All told, these Dakotas, yes. We're not in the toll lanes though. They squished it down to one. Back there where it was two, that must have been where most people were commuting from, because on the other side of San Jose is Morgan Hill, which has a ton of McMansions in it. So it was all farmland that was bought up. And there's one of the private airplane places that they all fly into.
That's the San Carlos Airport.
San Carlos Airport. And there used to be, and it is, the Aviation Museum is still here, which is supposed to be really cool. But yeah, you get a lot of Silicon Valley freaks landing and taking off from there. I'm sure Elon did. So yeah, you're getting the bird's eye Fremont view of the Bay Area, taking the long way. So where are we now? That used to be. Did they tear down two buildings?
That used to be Oracle?
Yeah.
I thought Oracle was still there.
No, it's been gone for a while.
Oh, okay.
If I show you Oracle, they used to be 4 buildings in a semicircle that were round at the ends. Because that was the age of making it look like a campus. So, let's see. All this stuff is now here. I'm looking for the buildings. I think they tore 2 down. Or they tore them all down? No, I've got to be wrong. This can't be Oracle. You know, because it was the Oracle campus, you tear it down to put your big ego up there instead.
Actually, this is Belmont, so Oracle was down in Redwood City, was it not?
No.
No?
I didn't see them. So they either tore the buildings down, or that's the one Oracle building left. So yeah, Oracle was huge around here. So, but yeah, that I noticed is when you could still tear down buildings, you would, and then just put your ego in place. That looks like an Oracle building. Oracle's where the Mercedes dealership is?
Yes.
It's down that road.
Yeah.
Ah, there they are. Okay. Oh, it is still there. I thought they got bought, but they didn't move. So you can see, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3. There used to be 5. 4. Yep, they're still there. Okay, cool. But yeah, I thought they got bought by somebody and they left. That's usually what happens here.
I don't think Oracle is. I think Oracle's still an independent company.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why Elon's going to Texas. That's why Zuckerberg is going to Texas. Because basically what you do is you start it, you make $1 billion, and you get the hell out of Silicon Valley. So the Oracle is in the newspaper or something else. Something else. It was what did Oracle do? It was a program. Business program.
Oh, they make a database product.
Database product.
Yeah.
I had an Oracle. She told me to evade Sparta.
There we go. I knew that was coming. Consult the Oracle.
And Carrie Ann said Cricket was a Fuller Brush man.
Wow.
So that would explain the Mercedes dealership there. Then there is a Mercedes dealership that just sort of popped out of nowhere, and it's huge. And it was like, why the hell is it here? That's it.
Yeah, I remember when that whole thing was built.
Yeah, it's like there's one here, and there's now one near where we used to live. And that's what the next car, I want the next car to be a used Mercedes. Because since we have the big, it's got to be also a repair center. The one in South City is a truck repair center. So it's like, probably get the good Mercedes that, yeah, because they're not like Jaguars. You cannot get an old Jaguar. Oh, and now there's a Porsche thing here too. But that looks like a Porsche office building. It's so weird down here sometimes. But yeah, it's like the next one's going to be a used car because I don't want a new car. And that's why I was thinking of Mercedes. In my world, I want a Mercedes Jeep. But it'll be too loud. I know it. Oracle was SAS, Software as Service. Ooh, Carrie Ann. All I know is that you used it for business.
Yeah, that's the best description.
See, Cricket's a KA. No, I just ran the warehouse. So yeah, see, that's Porsche and Audi. Those aren't dealerships though. I wonder, does Porsche own Audi? Because that looks like an office building.
Ask Adam, he'll know.
Yeah, Adam, does Porsche own Audi? You're supposed to know everything. So let's see. Yes, and these are reacquired wetlands with those buildings there. That, you know, especially in this presidency, doesn't matter because there's no such thing. And Papa Cat's depth perception has gone to shit. There's something going on in this lane. He refuses to leave it. You know, we've stopped already now twice. The Oracle that told Adam Carmona how to invade Sparta was sassy. Capital S-A-S.
Yes.
So,
Sparta.
yes, no, Papa Cat doesn't do traffic well. I'm the one who does traffic. And I think he's flipping me off now. Was that it was.
It is now.
It is now. So now getting to downtown is 50 minutes. So
Yeah, our ETA is now 4 o'clock.
So all of the people who work in the valley were like, or their employers were like, that's nice, you're still coming to work. I wouldn't be surprised if some people here you're coming to work if you like it or not. So so we haven't seen anything fancy. We followed a Rolls once for like 5 miles. We were arguing if it was a Rolls because the new Rolls look like Porsches. No, the new Rolls look like Chryslers. The 500s.
I thought it was Bentleys that look like Chryslers.
Ah, sorry, it was a Bentley, not a Rolls. Yeah, the Bentleys look straight up they look like Chryslers.
Even the Bentley logo, if you look at it.
Well, yeah, I think they were doing that on purpose. Because, yeah, once the Chrysler went into those kind of cars that barely had anything, it was like the first time I thought it was a Bentley, and I'm like, oh, ew.
Psych.
Porsche and Audi are both Volkswagen. Ah, thank you, Carrie Ann.
All right.
Leave it to the women. Thank you. Carmona says, Fuzzy, I love a sassy oracle. Oh my God. Me too. Fuzz says, me too. So, yes, we used to come down here from South City, which is 15 miles, to go to the whole paycheck here when we were really bougie. Now we just pretend.
I thought we went down to go get cupcakes for Sprinkles.
Well, we used to also get the Fred steak. Fred steak, some weird kind of steak that's been vacuum sealed or vacuumed in a room with some kind of weird seasonings that turn it purple. And one of my big little brothers is the one who started it because he was a grill master. And we all hung out together back then and would go to each other's house and even out front of the club to grill. And he started the Fred steak thing. And at the time of Fred steak, so this is 15 years ago, at the time of Fred steak was $27. So I think the last time I got a Fred steak, it was $45. So, and it's great, but when you like your steaks raw, this is why I would buy the Fred steaks, because then I could get a piece of mine raw, practically. I like them blue, because everybody else likes cooked meat, and it's gross.
Yeah, most people like their meat cooked.
Yeah, no, I like my meat like sushi. Which was cool. It sucked. There was a sushi place who would do like steak sushi, or steak without the stuff, with the sashimi, and it was really good. And everybody I know I'd go with them, they'd go, "That's really disgusting." And I'd go, "Thank you, don't look." My dad used to like it more rare, and now he makes the face that everybody makes when I say blue. Because if you ask for it blue, they can't get in trouble of you getting a stomachache. So, because there were people here who wouldn't serve a steak that wasn't medium rare, and got the, I think on Reddit too, got the like word to say to them so that it would release them from liability. But now that I don't eat anymore.
Yeah, that's all kind of moot, isn't it?
Thinking about joining Weight Watchers because Tori talks about it all the time, but also I need to figure out what to eat because dinner last night was not a lot and I'm starting to get nervous. So I'm going to start Weight Watchers because they'll do portion control. And I think my other friend who's on the other Wegovy type thing, I think she does a weight management thing too. So no wonder Papa Cat never admitted to dating you.
Who said that?
Nobody. Nobody said it.
Nobody said it.
Well, considering the cat moved in before I did, China moved in a month before I did, because she wasn't getting along with my roommate's kitten, and China was 15 at the time. So he had the white cat. I never went home, so it didn't make any difference. I actually moved with one of my roommates to a new place, wound up paying for that place for a year because I was moving in with the boyfriend, but I had already committed to move in with this other friend of mine. So
was it a year?
It was a year.
Jesus.
Yeah, remember we actually put stuff in the bedroom I was supposed to belong in, but we never unpacked it. So, but yeah, no, I used to tease him and go, since now we're dating and you live with me, you have to pay that rent for a year. And he did. Tech bros, they're so goofy. And no, he never admitted to dating one of my BF's sisters. So,
well, her only sister.
Or her only sister. And we didn't tell that BF because she had moved away for a year that we were dating because she wanted us to promise that we wouldn't date each other because we were her best friends. So we didn't tell her for a year. We finally told her, I think she was coming out here.
Yeah.
And so we had to tell her that she'd be staying at our house. And by then she was like, oh God, of course you guys were dating, whatever. It's like, smack. I get vibes.
I get vibes.
Oh my God, are you still dating that blue meat lady? And you say we're not dating?
Well, we've been married for 15 years, but we're,
But he's not dating me.
Right.
We've been together for 23,
yeah.
but he's not dating
You're the
me.
blue meat lady.
I'm the blue meat lady. Which, trust me, still my friends, because unfortunately one of my big little brothers moved out to somewhere near Modesto, and the other one has a roommate that we can't grill at, and we don't grill out in front of the club anymore because now it's illegal. And we've all that crew's pretty much broken up, so we don't have grill dates like we used to, and we can't do it at our house either. There's only one a year, and it's on 4th of July, and now a lot of people can't make it because of their pets and their children. And then I'll bring a Fred steak, and he knows how I like it. That friend knows how I like it made, so he cuts me off a piece. And everybody's just like, ew, ew. But it's perfectly grilled. Perfectly caramelized on both sides and totally blue in the middle. The boys have it down. They've been doing it for 20 years. So... So they're not stupid. You'll buy that expensive piece of meat, fine, I'll make your piece the way you want it. So yes, we're talking about meat and driving up and down, and if you want to come back in 20 minutes, I'll be doing a live stream for horizontally from the org. So, but on the way to the org, we might drive past the Ukrainian embassy.
If you show me where it is.
Can't you say it into there and it'll show you?
We can do that.
Yeah, try that one. Because I can't navigate it. It's on the others. I counted it. It's 4 blocks. It's near Chinatown. So
Yeah.
it's not on Embassy Hill. So there's something called Embassy Hill where the embassies are, and Russian Hill, because that's where the Russian embassy was. But when they pulled out of here for a while, I think they're now near Japantown. I think that's why those places are specific, because the embassy's there. And like I said, the BFF is waiting to get deported because her mom was Japanese. So that was a big conversation because she doesn't have her passport. She's like, but I like ferries. This is how you know it's your BFF. I'm like, I'll pay for it. And a ferry is only fun for about an hour. That's how you know you have a BFF, because you're making fun of shit. So
We're coming to near the airport.
we're coming near SFO. And you guys can see where I want to stay one birthday, because my parents would take me to a hotel overnight for my birthday because it was so close to Valentine's Day, and my dad hated the Valentine's Day birthday thing too. So if we took me someplace for my birthday, we didn't have to have a heart-shaped cake.
There's a big 747 taking off. Looks like Lufthansa.
It's one of the big planes. So you will see that one of these days I want to stay in that building right there. That building is the Hyatt, and it's on the International Taxiway area. So it's like, I know I'll do a live from there when we get to do it. But yes, we used to live really close to here. We just lived up the hill.
Yeah, there's Emirates. There's EVA.
Yeah, that's the International building. So SFO is pretty damn big. So, and we used to hang out here, and that's how we should have known that we were going to get married eventually, because we both like hanging out at the airport. Can't get more eccentric than that. And we used to go to the airport when we were having bad days and walk up and down, because the airport's so damn big that you don't have to worry about going to the security section and hanging out. You can walk just from building to building. So let's see, grill party, meet at Club Brain Fogs at the freezer. The people who lived there before actually used a grill. We have a scorch mark, or just a regular constant mark on the back of the second floor balcony. So it's like, there are people who do that, and the people across from us who are the only minorities in our, or the only brown people in our commune that get their poor child had gotten a lot of crap. I gave him crap just because they were hanging around in the driveway, and he went bonkers. But his mom got a hold of me, and we were talking, and it was like, oh, so you're getting crap from everybody in the commune. And they've lived there since he was little. So they are, I want to say Samoan, weirdly enough. They're brown, and there's a whole family that lives in the house. So they're traditional, and they barbecue during the summer. And it's sort of fun because it smells good. So after profusely apologizing to doing that, I didn't have to apologize to her son, which I would have, because it's bull. Because, you know, he misdirected my comments, because I was telling him, do you live here? Because they were in the driveway with the car running. And I just thought they were people that were going to steal from Target, so it had nothing to do with what color he was. I was just thinking, great, more people. And no, he was hanging out with his girlfriend. So his mom talked to him for me. So yes, I don't understand why people can't just say, I'm sorry. You know, tuck your tail between your legs, and even if it was a misunderstanding, he didn't need that from yet another person in the commune. So, because he's about 16, I think, now. But yeah, they were one of the first people to buy in the commune in the first building. So it's like, poor kid's been going through this from us, quote unquote, his whole freaking life. And I just wanted to go on the WhatsApp for the commune and go, would you guys talk to people before you start saying, you know, I'm going to call the cops on you? That's their favorite thing to do. So that's why Alameda drives me crazy. That's why I liked growing up in Oakland. And this is San Bruno Mountain that Papa Cat thought was Mount Tam was from our balcony when we first moved. And I was like, no, honey, we're not facing San Bruno. I'm like, that's legitimately Mount Tam. They call this, you know, that's funny, haha. It's San Bruno Mountain.
Yeah, that's a building. That's a really interesting color.
That's hideous. Oh my God, look what they did and plop this down near the freeway. Can't get ugly, must get uglier. Ugh. As the ex-Lowe's sits here empty for God knows how many years at this point. Yeah, there's probably some ordinance that you can't tear it down. Oh, and the condos that I always wanted to live in, but didn't get a chance to because they look perfectly on to SFO. You barely saw it. But, you know, since Dad in the house thing, we had to move to the East Bay. And then at the time, there was a drive-by near my house. Then we wound up selling that house and going to Alameda, which no matter how hard I try, I'm going to hate the city. I'm trying to like the condo, but I still hate the city. And we're so weird that I can say, I hate my condo, and that I got it for him because he likes new condos, and he just laughs at me and shakes his head.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and something happened after the first move-in day. This is when we learned that I should not be taking Ambien and going up and down the stairs. I think I was taking a jewelry box. This is what I can remember now. I think I was taking a jewelry box upstairs, and I fell. Landed on the second floor, or the second stairway landing, and I think I started crying and said, I hate this place. Why are we moving here? I can't remember anything else because I think I've gotten that far. You're not supposed to.
I wanted a backyard.
I wanted a backyard because I had to give up a backyard because the old house had a double lot. So it had a 25 by 50 backyard that we were only going to invade a little bit. So I remember saying, I hate this house, crying my ass off. Next day I said, please don't tell me what I said because I have a feeling I didn't say anything nice. And Papa Cat's like, no, it's okay. That's commune's HOA-ness smells. Yes. Where they're playing the marimba too loud. Who? Which one, Bob? So yes, we have known since the day I moved in that I did not like my very expensive condo, and I want a backyard.
You've got a lovely craft room.
I've got a lovely craft room. So for the longest time, I would bitch to the BFF that the only reason I live here is because of my dad and Papa Cat. But he knows what kind of brat I am, so he just takes it with a grain of salt. My dad even takes it with a grain of salt. He's like, I know you hate it here. And yes, I'm a spoiled brat and have always been a spoiled brat.
Show them the bay.
And this is the bay. This is where a lot of people come to fish. And over there used to be Candlestick Park, which was known as the windiest park in the nation. So when they went to Pac Bell Park, because it changes names every year, in San Francisco, and the 49ers went down to Santa Clara, they tore this puppy down so fast, you'd forget that they were going to do it because it was gone already. So, but it was a fun place to go because, yeah, it was Chicago in a bowl. So, yes, you find the perfect man or the perfect partner when you tell them how much you hate your cashed into house condo. and he just giggled and he laughs at it.
Yes, dear.
See?
Yes, dear.
I'm always trying to figure out ways to break up the second floor because it's one of those open air things, and now they have like hanging walls that hang from the ceiling that you can use to like Tetris it, which is actually, I think, a better idea this year because unfortunately the smells get in the house, and no matter how many air purifiers. So I may just ask for it so when we cook, we can close off the kitchen. So I know, it's funny, Fuzz, I know. Welcome to San Francisco. We won't be forced out. Like, also, a lot of my friends have been forced out to move. So, and I mean move out of the Bay Area. When LA is cheaper than San Francisco, there's a problem. So friends have moved out of even the state and bought houses finally, and are very happy that they got a house.
We're going this way. It says there's a crash.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, a friend of mine got a duplex, and he moved his girlfriend in downstairs. That was cool. Yeah, he moved his girlfriend into the other unit.
Do I know who that is?
Yeah, the third person on the triangle.
Yeah. Okay.
He's dating a very Catholic girl, and he's not ever getting married again. So he moved in his girlfriend to the second half of his condo, or his duplex. And I thought that was great. Made me giggle. Because she was living with her parents. Kyle came in. I'll be back soon. Okay. Yeah, since I'm rambling like the best ramblers.
How's the chat doing?
Occasionally they say something. And I have a marimba, actually, Bob. I do. I kept my marimba. My father gave me one when I was little.
Where is it?
It's in a box somewhere.
I didn't know that.
It's small. And I found it at the old house, and I made sure to pack it because it was really cool. So I play a marimba, and so this is 280 that comes from the other highway in Silicon Valley, and that's the highway that you can go 100 at and nobody notices. This is a 2-decker construction. This is the one that's remaining. There used to be one in Oakland, and it collapsed at the 89 earthquake. And people were killed. We went up there to look at it because I lived in Hayward, but the natives wanted to see it collapsed. And unfortunately, then I got to, trigger warning, know what death smells like. Because it was a few days in when you could actually start driving around again. And it took them a good month or two to, because it didn't collapse to the ground, the top deck collapsed to the lower deck. So they had to figure out a way to take the freeway down. This one has been enforced and reinforced, and it's got a lot better pylons, because this and 101 that we just got off are the only two freeways that go a third in to San Francisco, because San Francisco does not have a freeway that goes through it. So I have a tiny fully operational theremin. You're kidding. Ooh. That is the theremins aren't the ones that were in Fries.
Good vibrations. That's a theremin.
I was thinking of the electric ones. The electric ball things, they had those in Fry's, which was the computer store around here. And they would set them off on the hour. It was hilarious. I love how he explained it. Oh my God. Oh, and see those houses there? That is part of Potrero Hill. Potrero Hill is famous for the gorilla skateboarding, like, races, and it has this whole thing of like skateboarding, and it usually will last for like 3 hours before the cops come and break it up, because it's one of those really big hills. It's the only place you could do it. It was Potrero was considered more of a middle class area in San Francisco. Lombard Street is very expensive. Russian Hill is very expensive. Anything that has a name is very expensive. So they would come here, weirdly enough, to Potrero Hill, which still had earthquake cabins. They still have the cabins that were made for the 1906 earthquake. I think there are only 2 remaining, and they were both moved over here to Potrero Hill. So yes, I know a lot of weird ass esoteric sightseeing things. So, but we used to do this to the Portland family when they'd come visit. So, but 1906, you got taught that in school. In San Francisco, you got taught about the fires and everything else. On the other side of the bay, you got taught how Chinatown got started in Oakland because of the earthquake. How a lot of things didn't fall down because of the earthquake. It's like the redheaded stepchild thing about Oakland and San Francisco is real. We found out when we got older and would start hanging out with people that were from this side of the bay that it was like, how do you know that? And it's like, oh, grew up in the East Bay.
How do you know so much about structural engineering?
Yeah. So now we're sightseeing. So we can add a hashtag to that one.
Now we're in the city proper.
Yeah, now we're in the city proper.
We have to snake through some streets because there was a crash on the freeway.
And if we're lucky, we'll pass the dog park.
Yeah.
That had, what did it have? A bunch of Malamutes one time?
It was like Malamute, Husky Day or Malamute Day.
Yeah, it had like four or five of those big, fluffy, real Malamutes are huge and fluffy. It's like a Husky stayed home and got stoned for a year. So, because their hair is big, they look like hippie Huskies and they're big. And one day we were driving by, there were like 4 or 5 Malamutes at this one dog park. And it was like, oh my God. And if you ask, we're not going that way. We're not going that way, bummer.
Sorry.
And if you ask nicely, most people will let you pet their dogs because they're pretty much, pretty shocked that you're asking. The last one was a doodle I got a couple of days ago. And I said, can I pet it? Or no, I think maybe it was a Lucy. And they were like, sure. And I pet and gave the voice and everything else. And the person was like, thank you for asking. I'm like, I do it all the time. I know better, you know.
I've got to warn you. He's really friendly.
I know.
Like, oh, bummer.
So, because they like me. And I think that person said they like your energy. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, most dogs love me. Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. I rarely ever get, like, growled at by a dog. Everybody's always like, you can try. And I do, and they look at me. Seriously, I'll look up and they're looking at me like, what the hell?
What's his name? Killer.
Yeah. He's a Rottweiler. He's not very friendly. Okay, can I try? Sure. Oh. I have said that petting pit bulls, when people are like, sure, it's like they're all going back to security training after me.
Like, shit, it didn't work.
Fuzz said dogs
turned into a pussycat. What is it with that lady?
Yeah. The funniest one is the had to be a drug dealer at Lower Haight where I lived, parked my car at 2 o'clock in the morning,
full black leather coat, full black outfit. The dog's in like spiked. And my friend's pit bull was right in my face when he told me. And I went, well, I guess I'm not afraid of them. When they come back from Venice, are going to start getting fosters. So they have probably until June. And they already said, you know, the joke about the blue too. We'll try to find you a blue.
A Russian blue kitten? Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Usually what they do is emanciators adjust me. Am I buffering?
Okay, we might be in a dead spot.
We might be in a dead spot, but I don't think so because it's UCSF here too.
Yeah.
Oh, we are buffering.
We'll be
Buffalo.
Shuffle off to buffering.
Well, we'll see when we turn because
Yep.
I wouldn't expect it here because it's UCSF. I'm going to keep talking, which is the college hospital.
Yeah.
So this is all
Right.
part of the university system. UCSF.
Of health, yeah.
Yeah, no, but I mean, this is, you figure it'd be wired for sound. Unless these are all resident apartments and they don't want anybody yakking.
Could be.
Now I want wings for dinner. What? How did that happen? I'm on a Home Shield. Oh my God, Home Shield. They used to be part of
Terminix.
Terminix, and I used to work for Terminix. That was my first VP was Terminix. They were trying to get me out of the office in San Jose, the branch, because the head guy for the region, like tech guy, was dating the chick I was working with, but he was also dating like 2 other women. And so when I found out, they got me out of there real fast.
Looks like a pit boxer.
That's how I got to be my first VP without knowing how to type. Where is she? I find a lot of dogs here, I bet. There's a puppy right there. See the puppy? That's a Lucy. Or what did we had a new name for them. What was the new name for them?
I thought it was just Velvet Dog.
Velvet Dog, right. Velvet Dog. So, see, medical buildings. I hope I'm not violating anybody's HIPAA by showing them on the street. So, can you guys see me now? Yeah, this has all been developed in the past 10, 15 years. And this is all landfill. This part of San Francisco is the earthquake San Francisco all pushed out into the bay. So all of these buildings technically are supposed to have struts that go all the way down to the bedrock. Because when that doesn't happen, clear now. Okay, cool. When that doesn't happen, the building will tilt like the Millennial Tower. It tilted. And they had to spend, and it was a very expensive building. Not anymore. We could have probably got a condo at one of the top floors for how much they're selling them now, because it took them 5 years to fix it.
Have they fixed it?
Yeah, they fixed it enough. You can see it when you drive by. It's actually fixed.
Yeah.
But supposedly it's not tilting anymore. Now supposedly the middle is falling. And the developer, I think, went bankrupt, and it's a 40 floor, 50 floor. It's right next to the Salesforce penis. That's what we call it. So it's in a very interesting area. If they ever have to tear it down, it'll be one of those control explosions that better be perfect. So, yeah, there are people still living in it because they can't move because they spent.
There's Chase Center.
There's Chase Center. It's where the Warriors play. I finally got to see it first now too. The condos were $2-3 million. So there are people who, cashed out and bought a condo there, and they can't sell their condos. They couldn't sell them while they were crooked. So see, Chase Center. That's where the Warriors left Oakland and went to. So that's why we don't like the Warriors anymore.
Steph Curry is cool.
I was going to say, everybody else still likes Steph Curry, but even he moved to Atherton. He moved from,
I thought he was already in Orinda, I thought.
He was. They were. They moved when he moved here.
Oh, yeah.
They were in Orinda helping the East Bay out a lot, and they were always in the parades in Oakland. And then he moved to Atherton. I don't think we've seen him since then. Atherton is the place to live in the Bay Area. It beats out even Marin. It beats out what's Ross. And Ross is some old money. Old money. And that's how the good things at the Salvation Army in San Rafael happen, because people's moms are dying or dads are dying and they're just donating it all to Salvation Army, and Salvation Army stays where it's donated. And I bet you if I drive through Ross now, it'll be developed. It just would have one mansion and then like another mansion like a quarter mile away and then another mansion. But Atherton still has a buttload of old mansions. I think Zuckerberg even fought for one getting torn down. So he had to go to court for it. I don't know if he got to tear it down or not. See, I wanted to live here. See that building? I wanted to live in those kinds of buildings. I don't care if we would have like, collapsed in the earthquake. I wouldn't have cared. There's a building around here that is like the building I wanted to live in. And I remind him every time. The man has got like the patience of a saint. I swear to God.
Yeah, St. Bernard.
Because it's like, you can't even go to baseball without me going, the condo across from us or across from them would have been only 700.
Yes, dear. Enjoy your bratwurst and watch the game.
That's what he said.
Here, have some popcorn.
And that one's on the good side. Yeah, this is old landfill. And then you'll see when we cross the bridge and it's not landfill anymore. So this is connected, but it's not connected down here. Don't know why either. And see that parking lot? That parking lot used to be all over where these buildings are. And you could park. It would cost $25, but you could park and go to the baseball game. I don't think you can park now and go to a baseball game under $50. Oh, there's an Ike's Sandwiches. Really good,
cool.
Really good food.
And there's the ballpark.
And there's the ballpark. Like I said, it changes every year.
It's now called
Oracle?
Yeah.
It's Oracle Field, we think again. I have a Hello Kitty bobblehead from here. I think I have one too from Oakland. Because she comes to our stadiums. And now that the A's are in Sacramento, scuzzball.
On their way to Las Vegas.
On their way to Las Vegas, where the Raiders went. Luckily enough, Raiders fans are used to being redhead stepchildren. So my dad's not too upset. He gives them a reason to go to Vegas. So yeah, see, Oracle Park. It's been Pac Bell Park. It's been AT&T Park. It's been, God, what else in between?
Well, I think it went from Pac Bell to SBC to AT&T to Oracle.
And this condo right here, there's a condo on the corner that was for sale one year, and we probably could have gotten it, but he didn't want to be in the middle of the city. It was 2-story, lofty puppy, and it was windows for both stories. And this is the only, what's weird is that it's the only thing I run into the ground is the condo. I don't run anything else into the ground. Nothing bothers me. I'm such a crazy B word.
Bunny?
He loves it. It's some kind of masochistic
fetish.
Yeah, I think we actually talked about that once. I am a sadist and he's a masochist, straight up.
Hey, this is a G-rated channel. It's not...
No, it isn't.
No, that's true. It's marked
I was going to say, look at my... No,
it's marked
Folsom
out for
Street.
children. You're right.
The puzzle, which we should start tonight.
Yes.
Keep me occupied. I need to be distracted. I mean, yeah, politics, but I don't like the way it's making me feel all the time now. So, oh my God, look at him. He's not homeless. He's with somebody hanging out in his wheelchair. There was a caretaker around there. That's so cute. And the park, or in I wonder if they'd have any Hello Kitty in there. I have to wait for her to show up.
Oh, it's a gift shop.
Yeah. Unfortunately, to get the Hello Kitty stuff, you have to have a seat in the Hello Kitty section. And one year, did they ever give them to me? They had to. One year, my brother was excellent at getting like $3 tickets. My oldest brother.
Yep.
And him and the middle brother would go to the game all the time. And we were actually buying real tickets. So I bought a real seat on the 3rd level for Hello Kitty. And I see my brothers. And I told them both, you're giving me them. Period. And they shook their heads because they're like, what? And I go, why do you think I have a ticket here, bozos? No, you're not on Folsom Street. Takes you a long time to drive the long way. How long does the short way take? The short way is the one when I say I'm leaving the house and I go over the bridge and then I start. That's the short way. We went all the way down to Milpitas so we didn't have to pay a toll because this is the boycott day. So, okay, Cricket. So that's why it took so long. And that's why it was like, but I'm going to stream it. And that's why it's phone stream, because it's also on the new phone, is it? No. Yes. No, it's on the old phone.
Oh, wow.
But I had it plugged in the whole time.
Okay.
So,
They don't know. They don't care.
Well,
It looks the same.
Well, this one's better, actually. Yep. So, are we going to drive by it? Nope, it's on the other side there. Nope, it is here. You got to see this. This is really cool. I love this. Time to look at the stuff on the street. This is where we got off on the ferry that day. Right near here. See where the bridge is on the other side of the bridge, which we're probably going to drive by because we're going to the Ukrainian embassy first.
Oh, I need to see where that is.
I guess we're not going to the Ukrainian embassy first. He was supposed to pick that out already.
You said it was only a few blocks.
4 blocks. But we were probably supposed to go down one of those streets and not the wharf.
Ukrainian Embassy, San Francisco. Okay.
So that's my port that you can see. Yes, we missed 15 miles and went 115? Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, this is how San Francisco is a car culture. And that's the port. That's where the AT-ATs come from, no matter what Lucas says. Because AT-ATs look like those cranes. And this is the wharf. I don't know why he's in this. I think he just likes traffic.
I thought I was going up to Washington. Now I'm going on Brannan. I'm going a different route.
Oh my God, look at the puppies. Look at the puppies. Those are dingoes. That's what we call now instead of Americans. The ones that are more than one. So, yes, we'll probably look at a lot of puppies while we're here. Oh, trying to figure out. At least the Wegovy's supposed to be good for my brain. It's supposed to stimulate brain, like, helping. They're finding this stuff out with long term. You're one of the people that drive me nuts. He doesn't wait for a break, he makes one. And all the people behind him are like, so you're the one who is driving slow. I usually drive by that guy with my finger out. Yeah, no, once Papa Cat can be on the wrenches, you guys don't have to stay.
What?
Well, no, I figured that it would be the usual mods on the way here, and then after you could do a mod.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be
definitely.
like, don't even worry about it.
Yep. Yeah.
So, did you see that blue thing? That was a Genentech bus. Genentech has a huge campus in South San Francisco, and they bus their people from the East Bay, I don't know how far it goes, to their campus. Welcome to Tech World. So, and the fact that we're behind. See, I actually expect, and I'm not into doing it, but I would expect an outer state Tesla plate to have more, like, grumpiness on it from people.
What would grumpiness look like? Okay.
I told him.
I see.
I can't mention it here because I'll go to hell.
Right.
So, but yeah, no, I seriously don't drive like this. He does. I'd be cutting in the corners and weaving in and out, and like turning right. Oh, no, well, now we're turning left. So you don't even get to see. Down there a ways, there's a huge bow and arrow. And the arrow's like stuck into the ground. And it looks really cute. And I mean big. And I was hoping to see that. You can't see the older building. But I used to always look at this building too. Because it's right near the bridge. And it's like the last building in San Francisco. And it's like, I'm going to live there. Of course, the condos are probably 800 square feet there. You'd be surprised. I've gone into some condo developments in San Francisco back in the day, and you expect them to all be huge and gorgeous, and it's like, no. The only one that's huge and gorgeous is the penthouse, and the rest of them are really tiny and cost a fortune. So, let's see. Yeah, look, somebody can't drive. Yeah, and everything is, all the restaurants are moving out, of course. Let's see. More landfill condos. No, actually, we're on the right side. No, we're on the correct side now. I was going to say, why don't you just go down there? I try not to backseat drive. I really do. I have gotten really good at it. Because the way I grew up and the people who taught me how to drive taught me how to be a butthead. Definitely. You're not turning down third.
No.
Okay.
The third, not second. This is second.
Okay.
Yep.
I was going to say, because that's just more bad bad driving. And see the warehouses? Let's see. No, you can't really. The old warehouses here, they're all converted to either condos or business offices. So we have the whole Soho thing going on here.
And we have jokers who like to block intersections.
See? And the brick buildings are real brick, but if you look in the windows, you can see the cross beams that have all been retrofitted. So you can't build brick buildings here anymore because they really fall down like really easily. But the ones who wanted to keep their buildings had to have it retrofitted. So there is a retrofit skeleton inside the building. So you can see all the metal in the building, which is truly bizarre. And I don't think I'd want to live there, but people do. So let's see what else. More structural and yeah, that you can tell that was an old probably manufacturing building. So I know when I was growing up, Gap was here, or Levi's was here. God, who else? The flower dresses. Who did the flower dresses? Well, there were a lot of like clothing people here. Hell, even my mom, when she got laid off once, was a seamstress for a couch place. She made the covers for couches for 6 months. And since she could sew like a mofo...
You can go around this person.
He doesn't know that. She actually had her sewing machine... Oh, now he's going to do it. Thank you, dude. She had the sewing machine in our living room. So... But yeah, all of those manufacturing and sewing places are gone. So this is part of the revitalization of South of Market. That's what they call it. Selma. So, and as New York would tease San Francisco for, couldn't think of your own name, huh? Can't you go farther down than third? Third's back up.
I can try.
Yeah. So, yes, I know I'm babbling to 10 people, but hey, somebody's listening while they're doing the laundry. So that belongs to the police department. Maybe that's where their cars go.
Ah, this thing here?
Yeah, it says tow away zone and then it says SFPD. And they're 3 bays. Yeah, like we wouldn't know what it was. I love it when they don't like label things. You know, people don't know what it is. Condos. Those condos were built, from what I can tell, that age of condos like paper. This is the only time I would like a old house because I wanted a loft. So all of those places I would move in a hot second. So, and a couple of friends of ours live in a converted condo right there. So it was really neat and you could get really jealous. But you never went to those, did you? Either one of them?
I don't.
I thought you went into the first one for a party. See, that's why I also couldn't, like, change his mind, because he never lived in one. Or even visited one.
Where's it trying to take me? All the way back?
Can't you just put the address?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is the address? Now we're trying to figure out how to get someplace.
It just says that's the name. So it's right there. It's not too far from the org, but it's...
No, it's 4 miles. On the other side of Chinatown. Well, just pretend you're going to the org and go farther and turn at, well, it'll also adjust as you drive.
Yeah, but now it's telling me to turn.
I never used navigation. It used to be a pain in the ass. And then the last time I had this car, I actually used navigation. It was like, oh, it's not a pain in the ass. Because also, if it took longer, you weren't having to worry about watching. You could just drive. Let me see. Oh, and you can see it in the background. Can you see it? Nope.
Tell me to go up perhaps 5th.
Go up another one. No, this one's full too. Can't you go up 7th?
I'll try.
I was trying to show you guys Twin Peaks. And I think it was called Twin Peaks because of the boobs. It looks like boobs. So, men and their women. There's a range in Fairfax, which is in Marin, that they call the sleeping lady because it looks like a lady on her side sleeping. And it's like, really? When did you come up with that one, you perverts? And this used to be, ooh, they ran out of money. This used to be the tennis club.
Oh, it did.
It was there forever.
Yep.
And then finally somebody bought it at least 5 or 6 years ago, at least. And it never got built. So that means they ran out of money, which is very common around here. That used to be a WAG hotel type thing. And they cleaned that puppy out a couple of years ago, and now it's just a parking lot. Ooh, is that where the Wagobi? We were. I keep calling them Wagobis. The Waymos go, because I know they park somewhere in San Francisco. Could be now where the Waymos go. And this used to be the flower mart, where you could get a dozen roses for $5. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 places left that used to be packed like a real florist mart. And because, yeah, that's where you'd go to get, like, if you decided to hold a party, flowers. And that used to be the cafe. But, yeah, we're going to clean all this up and you guys can move somewhere else and it'll be great. It's like, no, it isn't. Because you bought it and nobody's doing anything to it. So, besides the fact that it's south of Market. Flower Market moved to Mississippi, 16th and Mississippi. So it's in Potrero now.
Okay.
But it's hardly. So they actually did close it off finally. So we'll see how long that sits empty. The break. Papa Cat used to work near a construction site that I see every day on the way home. And it hasn't moved since they moved, which was...
The one around here?
No, the one near the old place.
Oh, okay, on First Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's...
When did you guys leave there? 2010?
2012.
2012.
Yeah.
The 2 beams that are started are rusting and it hasn't moved. And it's in a prime spot. So it usually means the developer ran out of money and went bankrupt and nobody wants the land. So, because it probably takes forever to re-permit it. So, there's a prime piece of real estate with 2 big beams on it. See that place? I think I've worked there too. That is the local spot that used to have the overnight boys' parties that would go into the morning. They also have a garden in the back so you could dance outside if you wanted.
It's called the End Up.
It's called the End Up. Yes. It started out as a completely gay disco back in the day. It's not primarily gay anymore, but they still have their Sunday mornings. We've driven by here and I'm like, so they still do the overnighters. So, let's see, more brand new condos. Wasn't that the McDonald's? I heard they were going to tear it down.
No, that was just a parking lot, I thought.
Supposedly they were tearing down the McDonald's next to the jail because San Francisco, they're putting the that puts the posts into the ground because bedrock is about 300 feet down. So that's what piles them in. Because I'm sure they don't let anybody after the Millennium Tower build anything that doesn't go to bedrock. So the jail here is the city and county of San Francisco. So that McDonald's probably demanded a lot of money for that land. So, because it was a 24-hour McDonald's too. So it got convicts, it got visiting people, it got cops, it got everything. So I've actually gone to that one in the middle of the night a few times back in the day. So, oh no, we're off by 2 blocks.
Yeah, that was Folsom, not Bryant.
Then that was probably a gas station. That's the way it goes around here. Does anybody know if Elvis came up here? I forgot to look before I left. Or he was thinking about coming up here? Because I am definitely not going to be near him. And hopefully, well, weirdly enough, he'll probably find a Ukrainian embassy and go protest there. Scumball. So, is anybody watching or listening? Chicken King. Is that the place? People keep recommending like a chicken place in Oakland, but that looks like it might be the same place here. Not that I've gone to even a KFC in years. We actually have decent fried chicken at our local grocery. Which is funny. Papa Cat gets chicken tenders and I get thighs. Because I don't like white meat. Can't stand white meat. It's just dry. There's a way to make it. My dad made it. It tasted awesome. Sent me the recipe, but I know us. You probably never make it. Ah, thank you, Lupita. Fuzz. Okay.
What did they say?
3-letter acronym. Fat Boy. I think that's what Streets calls him now. Fat Boy. Supposedly, the other person he was dating dumped him. And this is part of our Skid Row, unfortunately. Still isn't bad as San Francisco. And you could actually blame this on Elon if you want, because this isn't the original Skid Row. This is because Twitter fired 80% of their people, because this part should all be gentrified. So when Twitter fired 80% of his people and kept just his work visa people, which he wanted to have them live in the building, this place went to hell. So it didn't take long. 3 years, 4 years. So he was spotted on aisle 3.
What?
Lupita said, I heard he was spotted on aisle 3. So, yeah, let's see. What did he screw up? Where is... Because it was also the Flower Mart, or like it was the Flower Exchange or something. It's a historical building that Twitter was in. And when they sold it to Twitter, it was... You see the Golden Gate right there? That's about as big, if you imagine it being squared, that's about as big as the Twitter building was. So it had a lot of people. He had a lot of people working for him. So, and it's only a couple of blocks down the street. And so this whole area was being revitalized because it was crap. And so then he did that, and then he got in trouble for having his work visa people living in his building. Where is it? Yeah, I can't point it out, unfortunately. So then he pretty much, I think he tried to rehire some people. The people he rehired are not well thought of because of all of this going on. So I think he only has 10 people that aren't on the visas working for him. So yeah, there are like 50 people running Twitter, and that is nothing. So it's not good. That's why it's like, I can't believe Twitter is still up, and I'm never going to call it the other one. I'm always going to call it Twitter. And that's because I had stock in Twitter. Yep. I had like 4 shares. A friend of mine was one of the original Twitter people. And when it went public, I bought like 4 or 5 shares just to go, look, I've got shares. And of course, by the time I saw him to tell him I got shares, he's like, I sold them. Are you kidding? He cashed out.
Took you so long?
He cashed out. But his were, because, his were part of his salary. And I got mine. I had never bought in shares before. So I got mine half an hour late when they went up. So I got mine for almost $50. And there was no way I was going to get rid of him because he didn't reach that high ever again until Elon came and turned it private. So I had to sell my 4. No choice. So I sold them for 86. So I did make a profit.
A little tiny bit. Yeah, you pretty much got your money back.
Well, I made my money. Yeah. So it was 50. It was 43 or 44, and I got 86 back. So, but it was only like 4 shares. So, but I liked it at the time because I'm like, I'm part of Twitter. You do what I say, mofo. And then he turns it private. Elvis is Chumley. Yes.
Yes.
Cricket was, you're back. Yes, more babbling. We're going to the Ukraine University, Ukraine Embassy
General
now
Consulate
to see if people are showing support and hanging out, which is very possible. So there have been protests going on in the Civic Center, which is pretty far away from the org. I don't even drive by it, so I've been missing those, and I don't know what the local Reddit hookup is for the Civic Center protests.
Yeah,
I need to look. Maybe I'll ask on my Facebook and have somebody DM me, because we've all kept our Facebook because of our parents. It's the only reason we've kept Facebook. Because our parents all have it and they haven't gotten rid of it. So some people keep doing their Facebook on the sly, quote unquote. And I'm just one who doesn't go to it very often, which I should, because I have a CBF Facebook account, which I should be paying attention to. It gets the stuff gets posted to my email at least, but Fuzz put Ukraine flags. I know, I'm bummed that I didn't get the Ukrainian Forever plaid in from the place I got my breast cancer plaid. They were both charity plaids, and I think they just stopped offering it because they give percentage of the sales to Ukraine charity. So, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
That's what I was wondering.
This is how you know I have the perfect man. He's letting me sit here and babble the whole time while he drives horrible way in traffic, and then I tell him
to a place I've never been before.
To the place he's never been before, which he's not good at. And then I'm sitting here backseat driving. So I did find the perfect man twice. It's possible. It is very possible. The first one had passed away. I even cried on Papa Cat's shoulder and got him finally out of my system 7 years later. And I think that's probably what made him love me too, is the fact that I told him the truth. And so he's my replacement. I think the one who's ever in ever afterlife laughs his butt off at both of us. So 99 bottles of beer on the wall. What else did we sing? Did you guys drive to Florida, or did you take a plane?
We drove.
Then what did you sing in the car?
As a family?
Yeah.
We just listened to music.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we didn't do that sort of thing.
Right. No, I
that kind of, close, but not like, family.
I grew up in the rolling ball of children in my neighborhood, so there were at least 8 of us.
In the cable car.
Cable car. There were at least 8 of us who used to go everywhere. I don't know how you got 8 kids in a Pinto. The Pinto's with the glass hatch on top of that. One of the parents had a Pinto and thought they couldn't stuff 8 kids in to go to the movies that we went to every weekend, and they thought they were going to get away with it, and we all fit in the Pinto, and they were mad. And this was before mandatory seatbelt.
Obviously.
And it was a Pinto. Fuzz says she loved you.
Fuzz does?
Yes.
Aww.
Heart and a birdie.
All right, we're getting close. I don't know.
So yes, I will admit to have taken advantage of my husband a lot without realizing, because I'm a spoiled friggin' brat. But when I do realize it, I try to
flag
up the flag.
Ukrainian
flag. Okay,
yep.
drive slow.
Okay. Should I try to park?
Is there anybody there? No, well, you can pull up.
I can park.
No, nobody's here.
This is loading zone. No?
Okay, no.
Okay,
and it says
here.
Fort Lease on it.
Does it?
Yeah, but that's got to be the embassy.
Okay.
So nobody's here.
Okay, we tried.
Somebody will probably come here eventually. So.
All right.
We tried to see it. And probably wouldn't be doing this circle if I didn't want to check out the Ukraine embassy. Oh, you should drive down Chinatown.
Oh, for
to at least show them what the parade was about.
Red. Okay.
Second, it's supposed to be like one of the biggest Chinatowns in the States.
You can really drive up this?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I haven't done it for years.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can drive up here. People don't know that. They all think that with that entrance, you can't drive through Chinatown. Hell, I spent part of my teenage years here. So this is Chinatown. This we could probably buy things from because these are all small businesses. So if I ate, we could have had Chinese food. Because this is where you can get some really good, crappy American Chinese food. Because this is basically where it started. And yes, we all eat American anime pop. Wow. And I saw a Hello Kitty backpack.
No.
Oh, I think those are Hello Kitty things from, because I see them in Daiso. I can't even shop from Daiso today because it's not a small business. What hello are we there yet? Almost. 8 kids in the Pinto in the 70s/80s. Because I was 10 and we...
Oh, now he's going to block us.
He's going to block us!
Oh.
It is cable car terrorism.
Duck season.
Duck season,
Rabbit
yes.
season. Duck season.
See all the ducks on there? That's what we call, or rabbits. That's what we call tourists. We all start doing the duck season, rabbit season thing. So even though, weirdly enough, not this one, but the one that goes the other direction actually has a lot of people who live in those areas that ride it. Because it doesn't have to deal with traffic. So, do people take walks in San Francisco? Yes. And yes, because all of the Bay Area has hills somewhere. One of the places I used to go to from junior high, from my house to my junior high, had 2 amazing hills. And boy, yeah, you want to talk about the calves. It's probably why my calves were always not too big for boots, was that you could knock on them. Hello, Chinatown, Asian trends. It's really fun to shop here sometimes because you can find the goofiest thing. And like, you didn't need to know you needed it. Like, is it Cost Plus, which was an offshoot of like this whole thing before they became real. I got a dragon soup bowl and I showed it to Papa Cat yesterday because I was telling him he should have put it in that. And I showed it to him and he's like, "That's too nice." I went, "Hun, it's like $4."
I thought that was a family heirloom or something.
Yeah, it was like, no, that's just difficult. So, but he put it in. I forgot I had Hello Kitty soup bowls that had lids on them by Cornine. Haven't used them before. Now that I'm Mr. Streetwear that we just passed. Lady Luck Cafe. What's with the boba, people? I don't like it. I don't understand. I don't like tapioca. And the BFF is half Japanese. So when the boba started, she lost her freaking mind. So, and the kid who is, we think her dad's Korean, but won't admit it. Who is quarter Japanese, a quarter Korean. Yeah. She loves boba too, and it's just like, no. Because I'm always good for a good hit up of something to drink or something to eat. Even though the kid now has a real job, so. Peking duck ZNY. I've had Peking duck once.
I thought it was called Beijing duck now.
Ooh! Yeah, tell that to the Chinese people that live here. Oh my God. There's something called the Yummy Bakery and Cafe that's 2 blocks away from the org. Which should also be not just donuts like the other place. It had like, I saw like custards and probably cheesecakes. So, So yeah, that's the street. The parade went down, and I have the parade on another feed. And unfortunately, Natalie never showed the dragon getting way too close to my phone at the end, which is good luck. And that's the place we go to now for yummy curry. So we're here. We drove by the Ukraine.
Park here?
Yeah.
No, that's 6 p.m.
Bummer.
I'll go down. We'll take Cairo's spot.
We'll take Cairo's spot. So yes, we're going to be off about 5 minutes, and then I'll go back on the good way, and we'll do a feed from here. So I hope you guys are bored as hell and enjoyed yourselves. She's coming around the mountain.
Cooties!
Cooties!
You'll get cooties!
You know they thought they were going to get away with it today.
Yep.
So I'll see you in a little while. Ciao, Bellas.
Doodle.